Mm. Are we live? Let me see. Feed coming through. Not yet. Yes, it is. Welcome, legends. Welcome to another live stream. Will I do continue with output coin census? Yes. Right. Let me see. Am I live? I'm just getting some technical issues. I'm just checking if everything is fine. Let me know, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know if you can hear me. You can see me. Everything looks good on your side. Because I am seeing some technical issues, but it looks like it's resolved. Okay. Anthony, hi, 𝗬𝗆𝘆𝗽. Lovely to watch Andy and you both live. Seems like binge watching my favorite series. I know Andy is live at the moment, but I also need to, squeeze in my live stream before I go to bed tonight. So I can't wait for Andy. And, when Andy gets talking and going into altcoins, who knows when he's going to stop? Okay, right. So, there will be days when we go live together. It's just the inevitable. Welcome to the live stream. All good, 𝗬𝗆𝘆𝗽. Thanks, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. Yes, I got some technical error messages popping up. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everything is fine. Legends, I have just entered along. Okay, and this is the level for the bulls. If we lose this level exactly where I entered the long, okay, it's game over for the bulls, right? We're going down. But I see we are getting the bounce here at the moment. And I will give you guys one guess. One guess. Where did I enter the long? For those of you that's been following me for a while, you know exactly where I entered the long. Okay, I missed the breakout here. I missed the breakout. And, when price is pumping here to the upside, it just, oh, crap. Okay, I've missed it. It's just going to go and it's going to leave the train station without me. The reason I entered over here, okay, because that's the last line in the sand for the bulls. But why is that the last line in the sand for the bulls? Okay, because it's the 1.618. And for those of you that have watched my 1.618 live stream, you know how important that level is. When you have a corrective structure to the downside, so after an impulse to the upside, when you have a corrective structure, the extended corrective structure target is usually the 1.618. If price, okay, had to turn around here and it comes back to the 1.618, we have you have drastically increased the probabilities that you're going to go find lower levels. So this was the last line in the sand for me. And I entered slightly a little bit higher. Let me just show everyone. I'm not going to grab a P&L this time. It's a small position. I'm having fun here with my weeks account. Let me see if I can switch screens like this. Yeah, there we go. You guys can see this. So you guys can see I didn't sniper the entry exactly. I saw the bounce on the 1.618. I entered, right? I can actually just de-risk myself slightly, ever so slightly over there. Small position. I'm playing around here on weeks, really enjoying the exchange here at the moment. We do have a support group for weeks inside of our Discord if you do pick up any issues, because, I have to position that I am testing out this exchange. This is not an exchange where I can tell you guys it's been tested, it's been tried. I don't have any issues. Please use it. You can use large amounts of cash, whatever the case might be. I am still testing out this exchange. I am having fun. The fees are extremely low, very close to 𝗞𝗍𝗃, okay? Cheaper than some of the other exchanges. This is why I'm trying it out. And then also down in the description, let me do this again. I found a new button. So I like this button where I can now switch between screens. Okay, down in the description of this video. Wait, let me go to live. Where are we? We are here. Right. Down in the description. Yes, 𝗬𝗆𝘆𝗽. Down in the description of this video. Okay, this is where I have weeks where you get $380 sign-up bonus in 3 simple steps, and you get that 0% maker fee and 0.04% taker fee by using this link to sign up. Okay, so I am testing out this exchange, but I have a larger portfolio on Bluffin. I have a very large portfolio on Bybit, and I also aggressively trade with 𝗞𝗍𝗃. 𝗞𝗍𝗃 is still one of my favorite exchanges because of the low fees, especially when I play high leverage positions. Okay, right, legends. So, like I've mentioned over here, for the bulls, okay, for the bulls to still have a chance for momentum here to the upside, this is the level, right? This is the level. If you lose this level, we're going down, baby. We're most probably going down. So are we forming that lower high for continuation to the downside? I really don't mind being stopped out over here because it's a high confidence zone for me from a three-wave corrective structure perspective. This is how I got the target. Can everyone see? Okay, so when I zoom in, let's go on to the 3-minute time frame. Okay, just want to show everyone from an education perspective. Well, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍, how did you know that we were going to bounce over there? So when you take a fib extension from the high to the low to the high, okay, because it's a three-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, okay, or 1, 2, 3, right? But regardless of the structure, if you have an impulse to the upside and you have a corrective structure, your targets are usually the 1-to-1 extension, the 1.236, where we did get some sort of a reaction. We did get a reaction at the 1.236. And then when we lost the 1.236, we bounced perfectly on the 1.618. So for the bulls out there, this is the level that needs to hold. If you still want higher levels and to go and claim the high again, they're around about $69,000, okay, $68,000, right? This is the level that needs to hold. If we lose this level, I think we're going down to around about $66,000. Okay, so every time I do a live stream, there's a trade involved. Not sure why, but every time I do a live stream, there's a trade involved. I literally entered this trade seconds before I pressed the go live button. Okay, legends. So, I mean, this long does have potential if this is the low for now. So this was the breakout. This was the retest. You really want price to now find strength to the upside, build that beautiful trend, respect the trend, and find momentum here to the upside to potentially come and claim these highs and perhaps even a little bit higher. We'll see how this plays out. Right, just want to make sure. Mr. Fast, hello, welcome to the live stream. 1.618, baby. Yes, I love the 1.618. Crypto Big Brains will tell you guys how many successful trades we as Pro Legends community members have taken with that 1.618 level. It is just a level that does not disappoint often. It often, okay, gives us those nice little successful trades here to the upside. So 1.618, well done. You have done your job again. I'm also just curious, from a normal FIP retracement, where did we retrace to? 50% FIP levels. So, I mean, you do have other levels or areas of confluence as well. I'm not sure, can everyone see the lines? I like to use thin lines when I trade. It helps me to, when I have thin lines, I'm not sure if everyone can see it, and I draw my fibs, I can place them exactly at the tops because I can see them poking through and stuff like that. When I thicken up the lines like this for everyone else to see, I don't often get the FIP levels precisely where they need to go. But yes, that's why I keep on changing them back when I trade, and when I do live streams, I thicken them up so everyone can see the levels. Okay, so I mean, this was the level for the bulls. Okay, this was the level. And if we're going to make a lower high, maybe find resistance here, underbelly resistance, and we roll back down and we take this low, we increase the probabilities, okay, of going down lower, because then you're losing the trend. You must probably breaking down, you're retesting it as resistance, and you're going to come and claim this liquidity and potentially come here to the 1.618 level at $66,000, 177 for a potential bounce. But this could also be a bounce that takes us to lower levels. But I am expecting a bounce. Like I said, 1.618, it is the magic number, right? If the bulls cannot take control from here, there's another magic 1.618 that we can wait for downstairs. Okay, right, legends, let's see how this plays out. What is CVD doing here at the moment? Okay, I know that there's some insane bearish CVD looking at, zooming out, but I'm now more interested in the local CVD, which I don't see any bearish CVD just as yet. So for now, the bulls might still have a chance for momentum here to the upside. Irina, welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here. The DeFi world, we can hear you. Thank you. When are we going live in the stream? When are you going to live stream together once? Myself and Andy used to do collabs together during the beginning. And right? I think we should organize one again. Myself and Andy should organize again. We actually got some feedback from the community members saying that they don't particularly enjoy myself and Andy going live together because myself and Andy do keep it very conversational and not, I suppose it's not everyone's cup of tea, okay? But I think we need to give it a bash again, myself and Andy. Hello, and Sabili 1.618. Yes, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Right, legends. So, I mean, from a technical analysis perspective, let's go back here onto the 5-minute, 15-minute time frame. Okay, let's just take stock of where we are. If this breakout is going to be successful here to the upside, I can take that out. I can take that out. Right, switch on my today. Oops. Okay, if the breakout is going to be successful here to the upside, I will still consider a swing failure from the highs. Okay, we do have that. What did you sneeze? What did you sneeze? Someone is gossiping about me. Okay, cool. I've left this level, but it's already been tapped. So theoretically, from a technical perspective, I can remove this level. But I'm keeping the level here because this level is going to show me whether momentum is going to continue to the upside or whether we're going to swing failure from the highs. Because if we do get the pump here to the upside, okay, and we close high time frame candle bodies above at least 15-minute, preferably 1 hour and above, the body of the candle above this level, it increases the probabilities of going to the value area high of the entire zone. Let's call it a round number, $70,000. We increase the probabilities based on what I'm seeing here to go to $70,000. So it's either going to be a double top for correction to the downside, or it's going to show strength, breaks through, flips it into support for continuation to the upside. We do have some massive areas of confluence inside of this zone over here, okay? The 70,000 area zone, massive areas of confluence. If I go back onto the 1 hour, this is where I rip out my fib extension and go and measure some waves, okay? So now, right, okay. So if I measure, let's say, for example, what if this is a 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, right? Or maybe we're still busy with the third wave here to the upside. Nonetheless, we can start measuring out some levels. So I take a fib extension, and usually in the mornings, I go crazy, and I just measure out some waves. You take, usually your wave, you take it from the low to the high to the low, and this is where things become really interesting, okay? So for those of you that have watched my 1.618 level, guess what? Guess what we have on top of us? Imperfect confluence with a value area high of March, okay? So just quickly, what do I mean by the value area high? For the new people here that don't understand this yet, this is why I like to educate. When you take a fixed range profile, for this entire range that we've been in since March, okay, that's where the value area high is. And depending from where you draw it, the level might be slightly different. Okay, we'll see. Okay, cool. So let me drag it a little bit down. But you can see more or less imperfect confluence with a 1.618. And it's very normal for price to have deviation and get acceptance back above and go tap the bottom. And then you have a deviation, you get acceptance back above, you go tap the top, you go tap the bottom. This was a massive deviation, which for now looks like it could be the bottom for now. This could definitely be the bottom for Bitcoin. I just want to put it out there, and I've said this since we've made this bottom over here and we formed this 3-wave corrective structure that made the entire world bearish, okay? Where I have gone through the bullish structures where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It failed. We took the lows. We had 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Bullish structure failed. And then when we formed this 3-wave structure, and everyone was calling for, we're going down lower, we're going to $42,000, we're going to $30,000. I told everyone, you guys can go and watch the streams that I did during this time where I said, I am very highly convinced that this bearish looking structure is going to take us to the all-time highs, because every bullish structure so far, let me just take the noise out here, okay? Every bullish structure so far has failed us, okay? Because what you want to see from a bullish structure is clear 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. It looked like it needed to make a higher low and continue, and it failed. It took the low. The bullish structure failed. This bullish structure was even more bullish than this structure because it had a double 1-2 combo. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Well, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. Okay, but in essence 1 2 3 4 5. Beautiful 5-wave structure. We were expecting that higher low and then continue with the bull run. It failed. And then we formed a bearish 3-wave structure. And I was like, hang on. Maybe if the bullish structures has failed us so far, perhaps this one is going to be the one that tricks everyone and takes us to all-time highs, where the low could potentially be in. And for now, it really looks great, okay? We are making higher highs, we are making higher lows, and it has not failed us just as yet. So you could see with the structure, basic technical analysis, you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low, you have a higher high, you have a higher low, and you again, even where price is at the moment, we have a higher high. So it looks like structure wants to continue to the upside. And as long as you do not take this low, the structure is still bullish. So even if you have a larger 3-wave structure to the downside, which claims these lows even, okay, it can even come down and claim this low. The structure is still bullish where you have a high, a higher low, and you continue the momentum to the upside. So I will not be scared if price drops here to $52,000. I will not be scared. I will not be fearful. I will still be bullish. I will only become bearish again once we tap the 0.88. And the 0.88, I know that is still far away, is at $51,155. Then I'm going to say, okay, guys, we need to start, putting in some swing shorts. I think we're going down to $40,000. But for now, the structure is still bullish. Right. But I mean, I was talking about this one over here. Legends. Okay, so basically measuring, let me go back here onto the 4-hour. Okay, that looks a little bit sexier. Measuring this wave from the low to the high to the low. Okay, we have the 1.618. We have the value area high of March. So this could potentially be the end of this structure here to the upside. Potentially. Okay, never guaranteed. Nothing's ever guaranteed in the market. We know how it goes. And that is if the high is not in already. Okay, because if the bulls, like I've mentioned here on the smaller time frames, if the bulls cannot hold this level where we are right now, we're most likely going to start forming a bigger corrective structure to the downside from where we are. Okay, bulls are struggling at the moment. Good news is we are trading above the trend. Okay, that's the good news. There's a possibility of claiming the high. But I'm also keeping in mind that we have tapped, okay, a weekly and a daily level over here. This is where we're finding resistance at the moment. This could be the end of the corrective structure in a 1, 2, 3, and this is the end. And we're going to start forming continuation to the upside. So I can almost tell you guys, from a technical perspective, if we take these lows again, although we could get a bounce by the 1.618, I do think, that 1.618 is at this level here somewhere, okay? I think if we're not going to continue from where we are here at the moment and we come back down, yes, I do think we'll get a bounce. The problem is it might be a lower high for continuation to the downside. That is the problem over there, okay? Because usually when you have a fake out from a trend and you lose it to the downside, you always come back for a retest for continuation to the downside. So I can make money here with a bounce, definitely, because I take profits. As always, you guys have seen me when I enter trade. Guys, I'm taking profits. Please give me a moment. I'm taking profits. And then true as Bob, the price goes against us. And then I get stopped out with least profits in the bag. Okay, so legends, I also entered a long over here. And you might ask, why did I enter a long over here? I got stopped. I entered a long. I made profits. I took 50% profits. My position was protected. I got stopped out. And now I entered another long over here. Okay. It is this corrective structure here to the downside. Remember, every impulse to the upside has a corrective structure, and it's usually a 3-wave corrective structure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if this is impulsive and this is corrective, there's a 3-wave structure. Okay, so in simple terms, what I did this morning with the Legends Pro community is I took a trend-based fib from the high to the low to the high, and guess where we bounced? Can you guys see where we bounced? Not okay, not this time. Not this time wasn't the 1.618, but we did bounce, okay, on the 1.236 to perfection, and I literally longed over there. I nailed that entry to perfection. I want to see if I can open up my section over here just to show everyone. I can use my screen switching feature over here. Right, yeah, you guys can see. Where was it? Just entered a long here. Remember, this is an aggressive long, high chance of being stopped out, which basically the members know, good risk management. Don't risk more than what you can afford to lose. And if I zoom in there, exactly that is where I entered. And then we got an epic bounce here to the upside. Okay, so if I switch back to the chart, just replay this price action, we had an epic bounce here to the upside. And when we got the bounce, I said, okay, I'm taking 50% profits. My position is protected. We could be going higher. Okay, this is definitely a great bouncing zone over here. And then the price came down and it stopped me out. Okay, I was then, having dinner. I wasn't in front of the charts. I did get stopped out with profits in the bag. Nonetheless, if I saw this price action and us getting acceptance back above, I would have re-entered, but I wasn't in front of the charts. Then I saw the breakout. I sat in my hands and I waited for this level, okay, which we got at the 1.618. So this is the level that needs to hold for the bulls. It has to hold because you know the trend strategy, okay? As soon as you get acceptance back below this trend, you're going down, baby. Okay, and for the moment on the 15-minute time frame, we only have wicks to the downside. We don't have body closes to the downside. So the bulls still have a chance for momentum here to the upside. The bulls still have a chance because we wicked in, we wicked in, we wicked in. There's no high time frame candle closes below the trend. So if price comes back down and it closes like a 15-minute body candle below this trend, it's going to be a little bit bearish. And I mean, the next bouncing zone is at $66,164. Okay, so that's basically the technical analysis that I'm seeing here at the moment, keeping things simple, easy, okay, on the smaller time frame. Let me go through some comments. Let me go back here to YouTube stream, see what everyone is cooking up with. Kadosh, how do you mark weekly, daily levels? Very, very good question, okay. Let me just clean up the chart. Very simple. Just take all of the noise out the way. You go onto the daily time frame. Okay. You just make sure that you have your price action here, nicely your price action. And I switch on my daily levels and just switch off my weekly levels. And for a daily level, right, you need an open and a close at the same level. You need an open and a close at the same level that has not been tapped. So if this wick came down and it tapped it, it's not valid. I don't include it. So here's a fresh daily level that has not been tapped. Here's a fresh daily level that has not been tapped. There's also a daily level, but why don't I have it? Because it's been claimed already by this price action. There's also a daily level. Why didn't I include it? Because it's been tapped already. So I only include daily and weekly levels that has an open and close at the same level that has not been tapped. I cannot put a daily level here yet because this candle is today's candle and it needs to close first. Once the candle closes tonight at 12 o'clock and a new daily candle forms and price actually moves to the downside, I will then have a fresh daily level over there. So that's basically how I do weekly and daily levels. Okay, and the same process. You go on to the weekly, you do it for the weekly. You go on to the monthly, you do it for the monthly. You just repeat the process. And then as a little bit of a trick, a trader's secret, I use a magnet to snap the levels on. Because if you put them in manually and you start zooming into smaller time frames like the 5-minute or 15-minute time frame to trade, the levels move around, okay? So I can show you an example, okay? So I'm trying to now just put it on there manually. And then when you zoom in, you will see that it's not exactly where it's supposed to be. And I mean, you have to be sniper about these entries when you observe the price action at these levels, because if you make a mistake because your level was at the wrong, place, and this could cost you a trade or stuff with your risk management. So just a trick of the trade, what I do is you take the magnet, you snap it on, and then it stays there. It doesn't matter which time frame you use, it stays there. The level is exactly where it's supposed to be. So just a trick of the trade. Okay, so that's basically how you draw daily and weekly levels. Okay, obviously, if price pumps here to the upside, okay, and the candle closes like these candles closed, there's no daily level. Okay, there's still a daily level over there. Did I delete that daily level? Or did I not have one? And I also have folders for everything. Okay, so what I usually do is if I want to include a new fresh daily level, I will click on this one, I will clone it. It keeps it inside the folder, so I don't have to go and put it in the folder, snap it on with a magnet, and now I have all my daily levels. Okay, and the same thing is for the weekly levels as well. Right, okay, and you can see how beautifully, okay, these levels get respected. You hit, because this is a daily, I can show you guys, this is a daily and a weekly level at exactly the same place. So when you go on to the weekly time frame, you can see that you have a weekly level right over there. Okay, I need to switch off the magnet. There's a weekly level, but also when I go to the daily time frame, it's also a daily level. So what I then usually do is I just put one level and I name it weekly and daily. Okay, and usually those levels are a lot stronger as well. And this is hence why we're struggling over here. This is why we got the rejection over here. These levels are very powerful, especially if you're a day trader and you're in and out of trades, playing swing failure patterns, especially for swing failure patterns. And they are also great decision lines, okay? Because these lines usually tells me whether I should long or whether I should short when price gets there. Because I can tell you guys now, once I see the price action, I want to see here, okay, if I see a 15-minute, 1 hour body close above the candle, it increases the probabilities that even if you have a correction, you're going to continue the momentum to the upside. If it leaves wicks behind, like it did already, okay, it's most probably a rejection and you're going to fall to the downside, like we have done over here. We left a wick behind. We didn't even have a body close above, and this is why we got this rejection. So if this daily candle, the new daily candle that's forming over there, can close above, okay, that's going to be very bullish. And then perhaps the next level is the weekly level, around about that $70,000 area. But daily weekly level was hit. Yes, daily level, this level was hit yesterday. The reason the reason I'm keeping it over here is because we've just hit it, and I want to see how price is going to react to confirm whether momentum is continuing or whether we're just rejecting again. Okay, so I'm just keeping it there for now. But from a technical perspective, you should actually remove it. It's already been tapped. It won't serve its purpose anymore, but I'm keeping it there for a decision. I'm keeping it there for a long or a short decision. Right. Part of my trading strategy. You don't have to. Okay, is price still pumping? Okay, not showing any weakness. Looks like we got the bounce. Price is still above the trend. Momentum could potentially continue. Right, legends, smash up the like for the education, the alpha over here. And remember, okay, before I jump into the alpha, my most bullish target for Bitcoin that I would like to discuss with everyone, because, there's a couple of things I would like to discuss from where potentially, if we're going to continue the bull market here to the upside, where could we stop by next year, October, okay? That's more or less the estimation for the bull market to end next year, October. Let's just call it end of 2025. Okay, down in the description of this video, it's also your way to support the channel. I've got Bluffin, okay, Bybit with the World Series of Trading, 𝗞𝗄𝗍, and by using these links, you qualify for the biggest sign-up bonuses and the lowest fees. If you go and Google these exchanges and sign up by yourself, you will not get the sign-up bonuses and the fees that you can get from, using the links in this channel, because, we have direct contact with these teams and they give us a special exclusivity for our communities. Right, and like I've shown everyone, I'm testing. I just want to see how's my week's trade doing over here. Is it still in profits? Okay, and you guys can see that I am playing around here with weeks at the moment. Okay, I did enter there by that 1.618 level. I was a little bit late. Okay, I was a little bit late, but I mean, the risk management is absolutely fantastic. And you can see, I'm playing around here. I'm playing with small money. I mean, I have a $2,400 position open. I only threw $1,000 into the account. I'm playing some momentums to the upside, to the downside. It's not really to make money for me from this account at the moment. It's for me just to put the exchange through its paces. But I mean, so far, okay, the cash is rolling in. The cash is rolling in. I'm going to see if I can double this account to $2,000. Right, so that's basically what I'm doing here on weeks at the moment. So let me go back here onto my main screen and let's start by going to the daily time frame. Okay, this is where things now become interesting. So let's zoom out. Okay, let's look at the oil painting from a distance, because this is where it gets interesting. Where could the bull market go to if we do have a nice breakout to the upside? Let me just make sure that I can see you guys, all the comments. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗫, how's your $200 cell phone account? It's at $600 at the moment. I thought I was going to be a little bit more aggressive with it. I wanted to have doubled and tripled it by now. Well, I have tripled it, but I wanted it to be at like $1,000, $1,500. But I'm trading with so many accounts and I'm testing out weeks, and then I forget to place the trade in the other account. It really is difficult to trade with multiple accounts. And I am playing around now aggressively with weeks. So maybe I'm going to see if I can trade that $1,000 into $2,000. But my cell phone account is standing at $600 at the moment. So at least I haven't lost any money. I've at least tripled it. I've tripled the money so far inside of my cell phone account. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, is that I want to buy a new cell phone. So I thought to myself, I put a challenge there in our community and said, I'm going to trade for it. Okay. So the account is at $600 at the moment. Right, legends. Okay. This is now the juicy alpha. There's two bullish case scenarios I would like to share with everyone. And there's one particular bullish case scenario that is gaining in probabilities based on the data that I'm seeing in front of me. Okay, so the first bullish case scenario, I'm sure everyone is aware of. And I'm sure everyone on social media is talking about it. And every elitician that has a Titian behind his name knows about this bullish case scenario. And it is this one over here. Okay. It is a very simple 5-wave structure to the upside, okay, where we have formed a 1, we had a long correction in 2, an ABC in 2, then we had this 5-wave structure in 3 to complete number 3. We have now potentially completed the 4th wave. Let me just take the magnet out here. Beautiful bounce at the 382, okay, which is a minimum retracement target for a 4th wave. But we have bounced there, and now we are in the making of a 5th wave here to the upside. The boringness about this structure is it is so predictable, okay? And it seems very boring because everyone, every Tom, Dick, and Harry that I know of is talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. And I know that every single bull market that we've been through with Bitcoin has surprised every single person. It has overshot the targets and just left everyone surprised, okay? So I would be very surprised if price grinds here to the upside, okay, hits the target, the 5th wave target at $129,000, okay? This is the most bullish target I have for this structure. It can go a little bit lower. It can even go to $80,000, this 5th wave, okay? But this is the most bullish target I have here for this boring structure here to the upside, is let's call it $130,000. We complete the 5th wave and then we start a bear market back to the downside. Okay. The legend, like destroy. Thanks, Andy. Welcome to the live stream. Yes, Andy did an amazing live stream just now, running through some altcoins. If you guys haven't checked him out, go check out Andy. Andy's link for his YouTube channel is down in the description. Okay, give him a follow. If you guys are here, you haven't checked out Andy, go. One of the legends. Best technical traders, great risk management, also inside of our Legends Discord community, my partner in crime. Go check him out, go follow, go give Andy a follow. Okay, so Legends, I mean, this is the boring Elliott wave structure, okay? And I'm sure a lot of you that's been following other channels and you've been here in the game and you've watched me before and you've watched some other people, you know about this structure because everyone is talking about this structure. And again, you know, I always say when everyone is talking about a structure and everyone is waiting for $100,000, okay, you must probably gonna overshoot it or we're gonna turn around before we get there. So maybe some of the bearish structures will kick in. But let's just focus on the bullish structure. So we have to acknowledge that this structure is still intact. This structure can still play out. But oh boy, is this a boring bull market. Can you guys imagine? Okay, we are now at $67,000. So it's not even another X up. Okay, it's 40% up and then we're done. Right? How boring. Bull market is done over here. Where things becomes a little bit more interesting for me and where things become a little bit more exciting for me is that there's another scenario where we could potentially argue to say that, well, what if it's an extended fifth wave here to the upside? What if this fifth wave is going to go to the 786 or the 1-to-1 extension? Okay. It really has a low probability because the most common way of having an extended fifth wave is when your third wave, okay, was not extended. And when you take a FIB extension from the lows, okay, let's go measure the third wave from the low, FIB extension, not the FIB retracement, from the low of 1 to the high to the low, you can see that we almost, okay, tapped the 1-to-1, the 1.618, which is an extended third wave. So because the third wave is extended, it reduces the probabilities of having an extended fifth wave. If the third wave, okay, was over here by the, where's the 1-to-1 extension? Here by just above the 1-to-1 extension, between the 1.236 and the 1-to-1 extension. If the third wave was over here, that usually increases the probabilities of an extended fifth wave. But because the third wave is over here, it reduces the probabilities of an extended fifth wave here to the upside. Okay, so now the other alternative that I'm looking at that is gaining in probabilities. I did some research this morning. I looked at another 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗃 that I really respect his work. Okay, I'm not sure anyone knows about this that person. Not going to mention any names. It's not Kuhn. It's not Kuhn. And right, he had a very convincing way of measuring the targets and putting things into perspective that actually almost persuade me to say that that is potentially the scenario that's going to play out. So let's take this out the way. Okay, clean this up. It is this scenario over here. Okay, wow. Now this gets exciting. Now this makes me excited. Now this looks like a bull run to the upside. This looks absolutely amazing. Okay, this is basically going to give us that face melting price action that we want to see to the upside. This is going to take our altcoins to all-time highs. This is going to create the euphoria because that other bull structure that I've shown you guys it looks so boring. I have no idea how that's going to get retail back into the market. Okay, but when I look at this structure, it starts making sense, okay, that if we are expecting a parabolic bull run here to the upside, that's going to surprise people and it's going to bring retail back and it's going to get your dog and your grandma and your sister and your brother and your mother from another mother to start trading. People that you haven't even known or heard about in years start phoning you, can I buy Bitcoin? This is the structure that will cause this because I can guarantee you guys, okay, my mom ain't gonna phone me, okay, when when this structure plays out. Okay, she's not gonna phone me to buy Bitcoin, right? But she's definitely gonna phone me to buy Bitcoin when this structure plays out. Right, so just quickly want to explain the structure is I have a parallel channel, and I mean, I don't want to get too technical with Elliott wave theory, but basically you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And I mean, this can take until the end of next year to play out. Okay, even 2 years to play out. But I mean, the corrections can be nasty to the downside. The corrections can be nasty. I mean, look at this correction that we've been in. From March up until now, we've been inside this boring price action. So we could still get an euphoric pump here to the upside and get that boring price action. An euphoric pump, boring price action. But the target is so much more juicier to the upside, okay? Where you have basically a double 1-2 combo, right? So just to quickly explain it to everyone, people often ask me, 𝗬𝗚𝘆, what's the difference between a 5-wave structure, okay, in Elliott wave theory, and a double 1-2 combo? Right, it's very simple, okay? In a normal 5-wave structure, okay, when you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see clear 5 waves, and that's the boring structure that I've just shown everyone. The boring bull market, okay? We have to acknowledge that it can happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. But then we have the more exciting structure, which is a double 1-2 combo. All it basically means is that the first wave inside the third wave is clearly visible, and it's building up more strength to blow to the upside. Okay, so you basically have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then inside the third wave, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is why we call it a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, because it ends at the same point. It's just a lot more bullish and explosive to the upside. So when you usually take a FIP, a trend-based FIP extension, and you want to see where the third wave can end, the minimum or the common target for the third wave is usually at the 1.618. Okay, so the third wave commonly goes to the 1.618. But in a double 1-2 combo, okay, the third wave can explode to the 2.618, to the 3.618, to the 4.618. The third waves can get extremely explosive to the upside when you have a double 1-2 combo. Okay, and that could potentially give us that insane price action to the upside that we all want to see from a proper bull run. I mean, how boring is it going to be if we smack to $100,000 and we start a bear market? So predictable, okay? I don't know the market for being predictable. Right, so I have still drawn these targets very conservatively. And at the end of the day, these are not just random numbers that I've put here on the chart. I actually did take some fib extensions. I measured it out. I plotted them where I think more or less, okay, from a conservative double 1-2 combo, where I think the bull market can end. And that is, okay, where's my drum roll? Where's my, right, let's go. Where is my price tag? I always forget where's the price tag. Okay, price label, and that is at $275,000. Now that makes me a little bit more exciting. That to me looks like a proper bull market to the upside. That to me looks like it could give us that face melting price action, even from our favorite altcoins that, you know, do those amazing things that they go to the moon and Venus and Pluto and back, right? So quite a nice target here to the upside, if this is definitely a double 1-2 combo here to the upside. Okay, so let me know in the comments, which scenario do you think is going to play out? Is it going to be the double 1-2 combo? If, okay, we have to take the hypothesis, or we have to play the court of we are going to continue the bull market, okay, because we never know, right? We might just crash down from here. So we're just playing on the thesis that we are completing the bull market here to the upside. So for me, this looks way more exciting than this. Okay, but I mean, both structures are intact. Both structures almost have the same probability, but this structure is gaining in probabilities because of what I'm seeing inside of here. Because this could be the formation of 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. It can continue 1-2s here to the upside, and it can just start ripping here to the upside. Or it could still have that leading contracting diagonal. Nonetheless, you make it be deeper ABC to the downside, then you shoot to the upside. But we could be forming multiple, triple, quadruple 1-2s, you know, to give you that explosion to the upside that is just going to leave everyone, what just happened? Okay, the bull market's here. Shit, why didn't I buy over here? Now we're over here, for example. Okay, you're going to see those 10%, 20% candles in one day. I remember the previous bull markets, okay? You go to bed, you wake up the next morning, and you have to zoom out of your chart so that the candles can just get back into your chart. It was insane price action to the upside. Okay. BTC is starting to roll over. Ah, no, man. No. Am I going to get stopped out? Let's see. Do we have bullish CVD? Oh, yeah, we do have some insane bullish CVD here at the moment. So, I mean, the bulls have a chance. The bulls still have a chance. I don't like the retracement. There is some bullish CVD. Okay, can you guys see the bullish CVD? But I mean, it can get invalidated. Nothing's ever guaranteed because we have the bigger bearish CVD in play as well. Locally, we do have bullish CVD. So we have a chance of creating a higher low over here. We should not take that low, right, for continued momentum here to the upside. Or we are going to smack back down because we have formed a lower high. But I mean, this was the area too long for the bulls to still have a chance to the upside. This was the zone. If you're going to lose the zone, I think we're going back to, what was it, $66,000. Just want to switch my today analysis on again. Okay, put in my fib. I deleted everything, so I just need to do it again. Right, 618 level. Also, when you take a fib extension from the high to the low to the high, drag it across. Okay, if we are going to, okay, it's just a game of probabilities. My sense is if we're going to lose this low over here, we're most likely coming down to $66,141. Okay, so it was definitely a good attempt for me. It was definitely a good long attempt from a technical perspective, giving the bulls the benefit of the doubt. Okay, and the reason that level there is so important for those of you that joined a little bit late, because I did analyze this during the beginning of the stream, is that with this pump or impulse here to the upside, you want to see a three-wave corrective structure. I need to go into the 5-minute for that. Okay. Okay, you need to form that higher low over there. Otherwise, we're going down, baby. Right. If you take a fib extension, measuring this three-wave corrective structure from the high to the low to the high, this is where I longed. Okay, a little bit higher. I was a little bit late, but I mean, still good risk management. 1.618 is regarded a maximum extension of a three-wave structure to the downside. We have hit the 1.618. And I'm afraid if we're going to tap this level again, okay, which is rare, okay, for a three-wave structure to extend beyond the 1.618, we most likely coming down to $66,000. There's a high chance, also based on bearish CVD as well on the slightly higher time frames. So if I zoom out here, I mean, we do have some insane bearish CVD on Bybit. You can see maybe the World Series of Trading, everyone, you know, participating in the World Series of Trading. Okay, you can just see how the longs piled up over here as price shot up, and look at this insane bearish CVD, okay, from these pivots. It's just bearish from all these pivots, bearish CVD. So if price does fall down, I wouldn't be surprised, because you have massive bearish CVD here on Bybit. Not on the other exchanges, but you know, I must say the Bybit line has been going a little bit off course since the World Series of Trading has kicked in. Okay, right, most probably all the traders watching the same levels, and okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we take this low and go to $66,000 because of this insane bearish CVD. But I have to admit, we do have some local bullish CVD, okay, between these two pivots. Can you see? Can you see? Not on Bybit, because I mean, Bybit is just going crazy here with the longs, but we do have some bullish CVD of which the target is the high. So if we lose this low, we're most likely going down lower. If we can keep this low, we can potentially find some upwards momentum here. Ooh, that alarm was loud. That is the trend, losing the trend once again. Okay, so definitely, I'm definitely willing to take the stop loss on the chin over there. Let's see how this plays out. 𝗬𝗍𝘆, I was looking at the script for AGGR. I'm thinking we can put the CVD in a separate pane so that we can scale in and out of the CVD only. I mean, by all means, Mr. Sin Games, if you're a developer and you're able to do that, please, I mean, go wild. Do some dev work, send it to me in Discord. Let's test it out and see if it's still fine. I'm happy for you guys to, do whatever you want with that script. Write some code. I'm not a developer, so for me, it just looks like gibberish. I know that SGS inside of our Legends Pro community changed some of the colors for me because people struggle to see the colors on the live streams. It used to be like a dark blue. The white used to be dark blue. People couldn't see it. I know I've got 3 lines here at the moment. It's the World Series of Trading script that I think that SGS created for us. I can't remember who, but I downloaded it, and now I've got 3 lines over here. And right, let's see how this plays out. Okay, currently getting the bounce. We're getting the bounce. I told you guys this is the low. If we take this low, we're going down, and we haven't taken it yet. The bulls are defending this level. 40k. Would like to see 69 or just below 70k first, though. Yes, I mean, looking at the structure, Legends. When I zoom here into the 1 hour time frame, I would really like us, before we have a deeper correction here to the downside, again, let me just take the scribble out, okay? Just looking at the structure over here, the range that we've been in since March, okay? We're almost at the value area high. I would really like us, for now, before we have a deeper correction to the downside, to at least come and claim $70,000, okay? This zone over here. You can see that we are finding resistance here by the 0.618. I mean, I have so much confidence over there. That's basically, how did I derive this? This is basically this wave over here. So if this is a contracting diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can still reject in this zone and the contracting diagonal is still valid. Okay, so I would like for us to come and tap the value area high at $70,000 and then maybe have a deeper correction to the downside and continuation. Okay, even bouncing here maybe on the point of control. Okay, it looks like, oh, we're breaking out, the bull market is back. You have the 3-wave corrector structure, you bounce on the point of control where the most amount of volume was traded since March, and then we continue the momentum to the upside. It would be nice to see a little bit of a cool off, but you just never know. 1, 2, 1, 2, and it can just continue 1, 2s here to the upside. You just never know. But I mean, it's not about knowing where the price is going to go in the next couple of months. It's about trading the scenarios inside of the local structures. This is where we make money. I mean, I made lots of money today, okay? And not knowing whether we're going to 100, 1,000 or whether we're going to $40,000, I made money today. Okay, just using simple technical analysis on the smaller time frames, because that's what day traders do. Day traders don't care where the price is going. All the day traders care about is having a successful trade from a technical perspective with good risk management. Okay, so I mean, this was an epic trade for me today, where we claimed the 1.236. We had a massive bounce here to the upside. I took 50% profits, okay, expecting us to break out and go to higher levels. Price then came down, stopped me out. I didn't re-enter, but I entered, okay, because that's also the 1.618. And for the bulls to still have a chance for the momentum to continue to the upside, this low has to hold. So from a technical perspective, I don't care about 100. I don't care about 40. I just trade the technicals in front of me. And if we lose the low, I know I'm going to be watching this level over here. If we go higher, I'm going to be watching this level. And I do think if we have a successful breakout here to the upside, there's a high chance in claiming $70,000. Okay, right. Smash up the like, Legends. Hope you guys enjoying the stream over here. 66 likes. And 135 in the stream. Legends, you know what to do. Smash it up. Yes, smash it up, smash it up. I'm not sure if you guys saw the shorts that I've started to post. I have a TikTok and an Instagram where I'm going to start posting some of my personal stuff when I go to gym, when I go on my fishing trips, what I do, outside of trading from a fun perspective. So go and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and you'll also see on my YouTube channel. Let me go back. Okay, under shorts, okay, some nice educational advice that I try and give you know, my community, some trading tips, things to look out for. Like done. Can you look at CRO? Let's go look at CRO. Crow, no? Crow. I was looking at this pump here from Injective Protocol. Andy spoke about it today. I mean, what an insane, what was that? 35% pump? Can't remember. 16% pump. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. CRO, USDT. Let's go. OKX, Coinbase. Let's do, is there no 𝗞𝗫𝗃? I just hope I find one that has nice volume. Okay, let's go into the 8 hour. Ooh, I have done something here a while ago. I was still using thick cookies over here. Ooh, let's see what is happening over here. Mr. Crow, let's take the scribble out the way. Okay, I'm not going to dive into too much detail. I'm just going to... Why is it doing that? I'm deleting all the indicators and stuff over here. Right, I just wanted to take the scribble out the way. 12 hour, let's go daily. I mean, yes, it's just keeping the support, right? The support box, I don't know how long I've had it here for. It's just not losing the support. So, I mean, what looks good here from the price of Crow is that you can see this obvious support over here, okay? Obvious support, right? Support, you broke out, you lost it, resistance, support, 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 okay? So it looks like the selling pressure is exhausted. It really looks like that. Also, when you take a fib from the low to the high, we've bounced on the 786, which is a great bouncing area for bullish continuation to the upside. What I also like about the structure is that what if this is 1, 2, 3? Okay, because I do like the 786 as a maximum target for a 1, 2. Okay, maximum target for 2, the 786. And then for an absolute thrill ride here to the upside where you can go and claim the high. So from a spot back perspective, it's definitely an accumulation zone, right? I mean, look at this beautiful SFP that we've had here from the lows. You had the low, and then this one grabbed the liquidity, it got acceptance back above. I mean, that was the entry, okay? That was the entry you wanted to get in. 72, 0.072, that was the entry. Let's then go back onto the 4 hour and see, well, is there perhaps a breakout? Okay, does it respect trends? It does look a bit wiki. I don't like wiki altcoins from a trading perspective. Oof, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. Okay, it does look like it had a breakout there already. Okay, definitely it can be the potential for a breakout. Nice, beautiful trend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, perhaps it has the potential to come and claim this high once again. Right, so I like what I see from a technical perspective. It looks like technically it could still go and claim the highs over here, right? It could still go and claim 18 cents. Definitely has the possibility. We do have bearish harmonics on the daily 4 hour. Been watching this for a few days now. Would invalidate. Okay, we do have bearish harmonics. I haven't actually looked at harmonics in a while. Currently getting the bounce. Okay, that is the level that needs to hold. Okay, I mean, the risk management is absolutely insane, right? It's either bulls, you're going to hold the level, okay, or you're going to lose it, right? It is so easy for me, from a technical perspective. You're either going to lose this, or the bulls are gonna defend this level with everything that they have, and we potentially continuing the momentum to the upside. That's the level that needs to hold. So from a risk management perspective, I mean, it just makes sense, okay, to give it an attempt. 4 hour, Mr. Sin Games, I'm gonna have to go and check this out from an harmonic perspective on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, are you talking about a bearish harmonic? Yes, a bearish harmonic. Okay, it's most probably like a, what is it? It's I will go pull up the patterns now, but you're most probably looking at something like this. Okay, 1 point, Okay, I'm not sure what the name of the harmonic is, but I have seen the harmonic where the C point goes below the A point, which then means that the D point has to be extended. 𝗬𝗏𝘅. Is it a 𝗬𝗏𝘅? No. Okay. For a 𝗬𝗏𝘅, okay, for a 𝗬𝗏𝘅, the C point has to be higher than the A point. This is not a 𝗬𝗏𝘅. Okay. A 𝗬𝗏𝘅 has to look like that. Right. This is something else where the C point takes the A. Then it means that the D point has to be extended. Right. MKR isn't anti, it's an anti-𝗬𝗏𝘅. Okay, let me quickly search here for my trading patterns. I know I have seen the C point take the A point, which means the D point needs to be extended. Let's see if it is actually at a level where we could get an epic short here to the downside. Trading patterns, let me bring this up. Is it this one? Copy image. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So the only one that we have where the C point takes the A point is a bearish. What is that? 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗍? I don't even know. It doesn't have a name over here. There's the 𝗬𝗏𝘅, okay, the famous 𝗬𝗏𝘅 that we all know, the bat, the crab, the butterfly. There are many more 𝗬𝗏𝘅 pattern, harmonic patterns. These are just the ones that I often see on Bitcoin. So for this one to play out, it means that this one has to be, the A point has to be between 1.272 and 1.42. Okay, it's valid. And then the D point has to be, D point had to be over here. Okay, not valid. Right, I don't see it. I really don't see it. Okay, I do not see it for now. Right, legends, thank you so much for joining the live stream. Smash up the like. Hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream over here. This is unfortunately all I have time for today. Have yourselves an awesome day. I will see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Cheers for now.